Did you check for any bite
Jinx
marks?
tried to kill it.
Oh no.
Did you check for any bite marks?
She failed. I did not contract vampirism. That was actually how it was going to start. I did not contract vampirism. I'm fine. But Jinx had to go to the vet and get all of her shots just to be safe.
Aww.
She was the sweetest cat at the vet ever. She didn't even, like, flinch when she got her shots. I'm so proud of her.
What should I name this episode?
Yes.
Almost there. Hey, senpai, notice me?
Yeah, right.
I'm done with me now.
Content creators unite.
That's my bad joke for the evening.
I love it. I'm gonna make it do dad jokes get us extra points.
I mean, I can come up with some.
We simply want to be a part of this thing.
Wow, that one's a stretch.
Oh, I'm done. I need to turn off my mic. Oof. You're getting bad.
Let's see. Do we show to be live yet on the YouTubes? Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Going live. 3, 2, 1. Yes. And
chicken pickle.
Why'd you get so close to the mic? Chicken pickle. Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna test volumes. That's your cue to talk.
Oh. Words. I said I was gonna mute my mic after all of my really bad jokes.
Yeah, I'm not hearing my audio come through on YouTube at all.
That's odd. I can check it. Hold on. Are you using our channel now? Oh, it says we're live.
No, I'm watching. Please. Oh, hold on a second. I'm a dummy.
You're muted, aren't you? Because I could hear audio. You're the prettiest cat ever.
So here's what happened: is I pulled up YouTube and had the video like scroll thing, like or like the feed, but I didn't actually click the video, and it plays anyway. Like it wasn't,
right.
But anyway, I just assumed that it was that I had it pulled up and it wasn't full screen. I wasn't paying enough attention, and that's why it wasn't giving me any audio. That's what that was.
Oh,
hey Gwen,
goodness.
Say chicken pickles are gross.
I mean, I'd prefer my pickles deep fried and dipped in ranch, but
Chicken pickles are gross. Last week when it was funny because I checked your volumes and everything was good, and then you started reading and you got really quiet. And I was like, Gwen! Okay, hold on, here we go.
all of the getting quiet on off had to do with someone else in the room waking up and getting ready and leaving at that time period.
Ah, that's fair.
I have counteracted this by having them wake up before we start today.
Yay!
I think a chicken pickle is just a pickle that tastes like chicken, right?
Sure.
No. What? I mean, chicken, you tend to cook chicken in pickle juice. That's what gives it its better flavor.
Oh man. Typed ESO fam wrong. Ah! Okay. Elder. Gold online. Gold. Road? I haven't even looked at what's in the ceiling, but I hear it, I think.
It makes noise. Oh my gosh. I tried to have it just kind of like sit behind us, but it's so big. There was no way I could get it to not like block the door or like take up half the snug pod without it just being in the ceiling. So that's like the best I could get without it taking over.
Tweet
so
is...
proud of that thing.
Tweet is
So
sent.
I need to go into my options, go to video, go to screenshot mode, turn that on. Yes. It's much prettier that way.
I worked so hard for this thing with Moki's help.
What is it?
It
Hold
is the thing in the ceiling.
I'm gonna peek at it in just a second as soon as I retweet our tweet when it comes through.
As
It's
soon
called
as you
Infinite
retweet our tweet.
Archive Index Replica.
Oh.
Let's go and sign into my X account. Hey, I tweeted twice from our account. Just so you
I know, I was like, don't do it again. People will hate us. They'll unfollow.
Oh my god, Never,
Just
what
kidding.
did you do?
I'm kidding. I'm teasing it.
First you say we don't do enough, and then I do more, and you're telling me I did too much.
Well, it was like 2 hours with 2 tweets about following us.
Well,
It's
it's
really-
because I came back to it later and got the link to post.
I know.
Never.
I'm just teasing you.
You motivate me to finish my Stuka cosplay.
Exactly. No, it's all good. I'm just teasing you.
All I did was tell people it would help us out because our link is too dang long to tell people.
I know. You know what's funny though is I don't have that, and I have a custom link, so I don't understand. Like, I was looking around for it today to see if there was somewhere to change it, and I thought I found a spot, but I was like, I don't think that'll work.
Well, I was looking at something and
Like,
And
I know
then
it used to be 100 subs, but I don't know that it is anymore.
I don't know.
It's. We'll look at it. We'll look at it and we'll figure it out.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's totally fine. I was just teasing you, and you did get us some follows.
I'm just gonna quit the social media thing.
You better not.
I already did. It's actually kind of fun.
Yeah, I don't do social media much, honestly.
You did today, though. I was proud of you.
I was trying to do some stuff for the show. Okay.
I appreciate you.
I might actually update the banners to not include the bear. Like, I love our bear. Don't get me wrong. The sticker and the logo and everything are going to keep including the bear. It's just adorable. I love that bear.
Me too. So
But-
cute.
I should, like, update our banners so it shows, like, what platforms we're on and stuff. And that we are indeed a podcast. So, I'll do that too. But, now that I have Canva loaded, I can quick make those thumbnails because it's just all integrated.
Yeah.
Yay, welcome to Tree Show Pre-Show. We're talking shop tonight.
Yeah. Hey, should I submit the thing now while we're in pre-show?
You said you were going to. You said you were going to 3 days ago.
Okay,
Do the thing.
I'm doing it.
So-
I know. Listen, if you understood how my work schedule was today, it was bad. Okay. Whatever. Sorry.
I'm just reading the URL thing. Custom URLs now redirect users to your new URL that is based on your handle. If you need to change your URL, do this by updating your handle at youtube.com/handle.
Okay, so we all agree that the primary thing we're putting in is our Spotify, yes?
That's fine. That's what
And
gets
it's-
them. I mean, that's what gets the most traffic.
And it's just straight snugpodcast@gmail.com.
Mhm.
Country of residence, United States. Primary language, English and Aliadune. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. You got me for 40 minutes.
Okay, we're going. We're going. Hold on. This is all I'm doing is copying, pasting, and then I'm hitting send, and then it's done.
Okay,
and we can't turn back. Then there's no turning back.
Okay, just make sure you have everything that isn't just the little spiel actually filled out properly.
I will. I also am going to list our other content really quick at the bottom. Like our Twitch and our YouTube. Hold please. 1 second.
Yes, yeah. We're a podcast, but we do record live in these two places.
And Twitch.
So
HTTP.
apparently, maybe I'm a dummy. Yeah, we don't have to maybe that. I'm a dummy.
No.
Oh, maybe a little. Let me be a dummy. Just let me be a dummy. I want to be a dummy so bad.
Okay. So for YouTube, should I just pull the weird, like the crazy URL for now?
No. I can't. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to get into our Discord on my laptop, but it's not letting me.
I can wait and submit it at the end of the show. That way, if we want to change the YouTube URL.
Send something in Discord for me. Just anything is fine. There we go. Okay.
Okay. I'm
So
opening up everything.
There's that. If you click that, what happens?
It takes me to our page.
There you go. They changed. Google is fantastic about changing how they do things about every 30 minutes. So there's no longer custom URLs. If you had one, you keep it, but you can't change it anymore, and you can't make new ones. But when you set your what they call it, your handle, your @ that becomes your URL. So you just change your handle and it changes your URL. So now it's / @Snugpod Cast. All right, so now we have that, so we can tag that at the end there.
Smart kitty.
Last thing that I am grabbing to drop into our chat, sorry, give me 1 second, is our X thing, and then once I do that, I can submit it, because that I've got Twitch, YouTube, and now X.
I feel like I need to get a drink.
Quick. Because Gwen's gotta go soon. Okay, here we go. That. Done. Now I can pull that.
And it looks like there's a lot of stuff in there, but I guess some of it's not necessarily anything that's long as far as discussing it.
Like, one of the things is literally just a video, so...
Yeah.
Okay. I got our Spotify link. I got our contact method, snugpodcast@gmail.com. United States, English. Our whole little prompt that I did.
Excuse you, we speak American.
Oh my gosh. And then I put our X, our Twitch, and our UberTubers. Anything else? That's it, right?
I guess so.
I'm done laughing
ready?
at my own joke. Yes.
Are you ready?
You're
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing
I
it.
Sithis, click the button.
I did it? Question mark? I
Did you get
it.
a load screen? Okay.
It took it a second. I did it. I did it.
Will we get confirmation?
Now take a
Thanks.
photo of the thank you for submitting.
I will. Don't worry. Cause I'm gonna do it later on our tweet. Thank you. Thanks, Ninetail. Ninetail, we just submitted. I just hit send on the content creator program. We're gonna see what happens. For the snuggles, I gotta do Lore Seekers tomorrow. And then my work here is done. For now. Ah! Yay, we did it! Okay, whew. Alright, I'm ready. You guys ready? Whenever you're ready.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to A Snugpod Cast. We've got exciting news. Well, maybe we'll have exciting news in like next week because we don't know yet. But we did a thing, and we'll talk about that another time. If you were in here for pre-show, you already know. But for those that weren't in the pre-show, you'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, this is A Snugpod Cast. Thanks for joining us. And I'm Never Separate. And I'm talking really fast because we're in a hurry or something like that. Gwen the Bard, how are you?
Hello. I'm good, thanks.
You're welcome. Gone Crazy back soon. What about you?
I'm just Boz Mary.
That's fantastic. All right. Well, we are here to talk some ESO stuff, and there's a bit of news, and we'll get into that in a minute. But to start, Crazy, you want to tell us what you've been up to?
Oh, golly. What have I been up to? Actually, not a lot this week. I have been pretty busy RL, you know, helping out with stuff with family and all sorts of things. I guess that's not entirely true. I did do a Lore Seeker stream. I forgot about that. I did a stream the other night, just a little gameplay stream over on Lore Seekers, so that was fun. I streamed for a couple hours. I've been working on the Willow Pond home in-game more. I have been like getting more trees, and I got some boulders and a bunch of things, so more on that. I'll post some pictures of that when I get done because it's really fun.
Did you say you were going to say all of that boulder?
Yes, I'm going to say it boulder. Here it is.
Boulder.
I've been working on the Willow Pond. Is that boulder?
A little bit.
Okay. You rock, Never. Anyway, I have also been writing and prepping some other stuff, and that's about it. Yeah.
Fun. What about you, Gwen? What you been up to?
Being disappointed that we weren't actually talking about a boulder.
Oh, we could totally talk about a boulder.
No, it's fine. So, I ran the gauntlet, and that's an achievement that you get for the Infinite Archive when you run through it. The first kill 100 bosses in the first arc, specifically 100 times, and then you can buy this thing that's hanging over our heads. It's called the Infinite Archive Index Replica. And it's really cool, and it's really pretty, and it's gonna go in my library that I'm working on, but I wanted to show it off. And this is the best I can show it off, because it literally takes up the whole Snugpod. This was the only way I could show it off, because not only do we have these lovely floating books in this awesome, amazing switching portal, and the giant wider than the dome base that blocks the doorway. No, there is also, it's like a crystal ball, so even when you think it's behind the chairs, it's not behind the chairs. It takes up so much space. But it's really, really cool, and I worked really, really hard, really, really long for it, and Moki helped me, and then we finally got it this past week. And now I have it, and now it's going to go in the library, but I wanted to share that with you. And then last week we talked about how there was going to be the Actually event. I joined in on it. I have no idea what Actually was, but it was a fun time and very interesting. I left once there were Gold Rose spoilers, though, because I didn't want any spoilers, so I left after that to avoid any more. Also, I have finished the front stripes on Stuga's pants. I have been doing everything by hand sewing, because none of my sewing machines, mind you I have 3 of them, none of them are happy with sewing like a carpety fabric and suede on each other, so we're hand sewing these details. And I had a question for you guys. So, there's like, I'll have to send you a picture in the Discord, but there's like these little like squares, and I'm not sure if it's embroidery or metal. It's on the ancient, because she wears ancient orc. And so I'm just like, is that embroidery or metal? Because it's on the pants. And what we don't take into account with, like, pants, like, fantasy clothing versus our clothing is, you don't need to really think about a washing machine. So you could just sew on metal. I'll have to send you guys a photo of it later and you can help me figure it out. But yeah, that's pretty much everything Elder Scrolls related I've been up to.
Awesome sauce.
It's really not a lot. It just sounds like a lot.
Yeah, kind of the same for me, but even less so. I've logged in and I've logged out. I've done a couple of writs because now that I have all of the Grandmaster crafting stations, I'm trying to slowly get some more of the regular crafting stations as I can. But I have been busy elsewhere, and not elsewhere like Khajiit, but elsewhere. So I haven't spent a ton of time in ESO recently, this week at least. So not much to say there. So I won't drag that on. Show-wise, we are trying to do some things to freshen up and do some organizational things as far as changing how some access works. In the process of setting up different parts of our show, I didn't necessarily do it in the most efficient way, probably. So I've been trying to make some changes so that everybody has access to get into like our YouTube channel stuff, and I changed our Spotify because I accidentally or intentionally, but not really thinking what I was doing, I don't remember, had set our podcast access stuff up under my personal account, because when I set it up it had to be linked to a normal Spotify account, and our email account wasn't associated with Spotify, other than just the Anchor app and the podcasting app. And so when I went to link that to a Spotify account, I was like, well, we don't have one, so I guess I'll just link it to mine, and didn't really think of the implications of that, I guess, at the time. I probably did it in a hurry. But I got that remedied. I had a nice person at Spotify support help me with that. It was pretty simple. I just had to give them some information and create an account, and then they just switched it over, so it wasn't a big deal. So now we can all get into that without having to go through my personal Spotify account.
So you could say we're sprucing up the Snugpod because we didn't put down good roots. Yes,
exactly. We are trying to be better rooted because our crowd control wasn't very good. No? Oh, okay. Yeah, so I guess that's it for me as far as what I've been up to related to game and or ESO other related stuff. Also working behind the scenes. I'm going to start trying to line up having some other community folks on. I have a conversation going with one that hopefully we can get lined up soon, but I won't say here yet because it's not been confirmed. Just in the process, we got to figure out some logistics because of how we record, being on PlayStation and not going through Discord or other means on a PC like most people do. It limits people that don't have a PlayStation account being able to get on, so we have to figure out, if they want to, have an account and a device to be able to get into group chat with us at least. But we're working on it. So when we have more info on that, I'll share that later. I guess other than that, we've got news. Any particular news you want to start with? You want to just go straight down the line?
That seems like the best option.
Okay. Well, we'll do that then. We've got guides for the Update 43 housing. I'm assuming that that's related to the new housing tours.
Mm-hmm.
Cool beans. I haven't had a chance to
Alright.
look over these, so what we got?
We have Update 43 is now live on Mac and PC and will be on PlayStation September 4th. With it is ESO's housing system and the incredible community creations it inspires become more accessible than ever thanks to the new Home Tours feature. Get a glimpse at homes both madcap and magnificent, plus see just a small fraction of the endless possibilities you can create and experience. So there's a video, and then housing has been a staple of ESO since the launch of Homestead Update in early 2017, if you guys remember that, and is accessible to all players. If you're brand new to ESO's housing system, check out the link to the thorough guide to the basics and get started on a creation of your own. For even more insights, explore these player-made guides on the system from members of #ESOFam. We have some guides. There is one from Kalaman, a brief intro into housing, and then Cozy Caster, ESO Housing First Tamriel Homeowners Guide, and then Jake Clips, ESO Explained Finding Rare Furniture, and these are all a bunch of guides to get you started in housing for Update 43. And then next article.
Alright, we've got the Bethesda Store ESO 10-year focus. Oh, is this like merch?
Yeah, normally we get Crown Store showcase. This is a Bethesda Store showcase.
Have they got new stuff in here for this?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
no, there's some cool stuff. Alright, so ESO's 10-year anniversary celebration is in full swing, and so is the Bethesda Gear Store. With a series of unique anniversary-themed items, check out some of our favorites available right now through the pre-order. And some of these are actually pretty cool, so we'll kind of go over them. Tamriel's heroes confront Molag Bal, standing 8 inches tall in this epic collection of statues, allowing you to relive the final cataclysmic moments of ESO's main storyline on your mantelpiece or tabletop. This is a limited item with only 2,000 available worldwide, so don't miss it. This actually looks like a pretty fun statue. When you go to the shop, you can see that all of the details on all of them, but all of the heroes are very well detailed, and so is Molag Bal, and pretty much summarizes the main storyline. I like it. Price tag's pretty steep, but I like it.
Oh, have you looked at the price tag on it?
I looked at the price tag on it because, I actually liked it.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool statue. Those kind of statues do tend to be a little out of my budget for such things, but it is really cool.
And next we have the Athelia statue. Moving from ESO's original Big Bad to its most recent one, she does not look like a big bad at all. This incredibly detailed statue of Athelia waits you right now. Only 3,300 of these are available worldwide, so don't hesitate to pick it up before the Forgotten Prince is gone, or forgotten forever. And the last time I was in the Bethesda store, she was actually on a discount, so that's cool. And then let's see, we have the Elder Scrolls Online Heroes Shadow Box, if you like shadow boxes. We have the Celebrate Elder Scrolls Online with this multi-layered shadow box depicting the 3 heroes who commonly represent the game's players in our cinematic trailers. This item is now available in the US Gear Store, but keep an eye out for the EU Store soon, too. Ooh. The EU Store doesn't get a lot of the same stuff we do. The Elder Scrolls Online commemorative coin set. This looks cool. They've been pointing this out for a while. It's like a coin for each year, each release, which is pretty cool. And then the 10th anniversary t-shirt. It seems to be the generic version of the 10th anniversary, not marking any special event. And those are what's highlighted, but if you go to the ESO store, there's some other new stuff too, like Hermaeus Mora glasses, which are pretty cool. I almost got some of those. Those were really cool. Because it's a clear glass with Hermaeus Mora print on it, and you can just fill it up with whatever color liquid. It's pretty cool. Anyway, next article. Which has already passed. The next article has already passed. Gamescom has already happened.
Oh, yeah, that's just where they announced, like,
Yep.
there's some Game Pass stuff coming, and
Yep. Gamescom has already happened.
Yep.
I believe that is the European event normally. It is a European event.
You know, I looked because I've been looking at some of the announcements for other stuff coming out of Gamescom too, and I forget where it was. I think you may be right, but I don't remember exactly where that's at. Crazy
And that's already
says
happened,
Germany.
So, called it. I saw our Nord hero in some of the photos. So, and then events that have not yet happened. We have the San Diego meetup. You guys can RSVP for that if you want to go. RSVP now for the North American 10-year anniversary meetup in San Diego. Our ongoing 10-year anniversary celebration continues with a new in-person community gathering, this time in North America. #ESOFam has a chance to hang out with their fellow players and members of the ESO development team for an afternoon of fun in San Diego, California. Already in town for TwitchCon? That's probably why. Okay, swing by, check out the details here. ESO 10th Anniversary Meetup, North American Meetup. When? Saturday, September 21st, 2024. Where? Sidebar in San Diego. Who? Members of the ESO community team, development team, including game director Rich Lambert and counter lead Mike Finnegan, combat and PvP lead Brian Wheeler, and scribing lead Kira Schlitt. And you! So you can RSVP for that. It is limited. If you are already going to TwitchCon or live in the San Diego area, it's probably worth it since, free event, get to hang out with other ESO people. Another event that is coming up is also the meetup in Milan, Italy, which is supposed to be a murder mystery dinner. I have yet to hear of anyone I know who's actually going to that, so maybe some of our friends from Civil Scrolls are, because I am interested in learning about how that goes. It doesn't sound like there's going to be English subtitles for that one.
Is it going to be an Elder Scrolls themed murder mystery?
It is.
That
if
is
you
fantastic.
if you get to the if you go to the form, which you can't anymore because it's booked, but before it was booked, if you went into the form and then had to run it through Google Translator to look at it in English because it is not English friendly, which is partially why I didn't do it. It asks if you can provide your own costume, or if you need them to provide a costume for you. And then if you are providing your own costume, it asks if you are specifically cosplaying any certain characters. So
Okay.
I am very interested to see how that goes. If you listen to us and you are going to that, please let us know, because I'm interested in how that goes for you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, send us an email on that, because probably a little more than a tweet, but yeah.
And then next we have the Join the Content Creator Program. They are opening the Content Creator Program again for new people. In this time around, they're letting us try. They're letting podcasters try. So what it says is, we are thrilled to announce that our ESO Stream Team program is expanding and evolving to support even more content So, hey Never, would you like to read one of these?
Sure, I'll read it.
I just realized I'm kind of just keep going, and
That's
Crazy
alright.
kind of dropped off the face of the earth.
So the article the headline says, "Join the ESO Creator Program and share your love of Tamriel with us." Are you passionate about creating ESO content? The ESO Creator Program wants you. We are thrilled to announce that our ESO Stream Team program is expanding and evolving to support even more content creators. The ESO Creator Program has now officially launched and is accepting new applicants for the following 3 content creator categories: Twitch streamers, YouTube creators, and podcasters. If you're not currently a creator for the above categories, don't worry. In time, we intend to expand the program, so keep an eye out for future announcements. If chosen for the ESO Creator Program, we'll work together with you to help grow your channel, provide unique opportunities, and support you and your community. In addition, you'll receive the following perks including free ESO chapters and DLC, complimentary ESO Plus membership, digital items to reward your viewers and community, access to a private Discord server to connect directly with the ESO team and other creators, opportunities for unique swag, promotions, and social spotlights, invites to in-person events, pre-briefs for upcoming content, in-game events, and announcements. Would you like to be considered for the program? Visit the ESO Creator Program page, formerly the Streamers page, for more information on individual requirements and to complete the application form, which we have done and submitted during pre-show. Note that completing the application does not guarantee entry into the program, but is the only way to be considered for one of the limited spots. Keep an eye out for more announcements and updates to the ESO Creator Program and its official page in the not-too-distant future as we grow and expand the initiative. Are you going to apply to join this new program? Do you know of an ESO content creator who would be perfect fit? Let us know through X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. So I don't know if it makes any difference or not, but if you would like to see us featured there, like I said, we have submitted that application. So if you just want to bombard them with lots of emails and Instagram X's and whatever, telling them that you think we should be there, go for it. We appreciate it.
Please don't. I don't want to be annoying. Also, at the same time, I knock on all of the wood at the Snugpod.
Yeah, I mean, I say that all jokingly. I don't harass people, but anyway, good luck to everybody who is applying. It's a cool opportunity to be able to try to be part of kind of the bigger overall community in such a way. So if you are a creator or are thinking about getting into this, it's one of the reasons we do the show the way that we do, is to show people that you don't need fancy equipment and high-tech setups and capture cards and any of that kind of stuff. Whatever you play on, it's actually pretty simple. You don't even have to own a mic other than just your headset, anything like that. That's all stuff you can upgrade later as you get more invested. But so yeah, we kind of, that's one of the things we try to do is encourage people to give it a try. It was something that I kind of wavered on for a long time before we started this show. And I joked about it with Crazy for a while.
You were not back soon.
And I'm not going to be back soon again because he's up again. Thank goodness for remote play. I'm sorry, buddies. I'll be back again.
Okay,
bye.
You're fine.
But yeah, so if it's something that you're interested in doing, jump in, and once you get started, next time this program comes around, if you're not able to apply now, you'll be able to apply again next time they open it up. So yeah, but that's it as far as that goes. And just quick reply.
Right.
I guess I can say it out loud. Thanks for the. We got a comment in chat that says that Snugpod Cast is genius. Thanks for that. Yeah. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to bounce between pages. What else we got here?
Next, we have a video. It's an article that we can't read, but we can read what it's about for you. But you should probably go watch the video because it is actually absolutely adorable. Watch as players share their ESO memories from the past decade. During the 10th anniversary community event in Amsterdam, we asked various members of the #ESO fam what ESO means to them. Check out what the community has to say in the video below. Over the past decade, ESO has cultivated a passionate community of players, many of whom have formed a deep personal connection with the game. We're honored to hear how much ESO means to so many different people. What about you? We'd love to learn about ESO matters to you. Share your experience and stories on X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So there is a video to go along with that article. That it's a minute. It's more than a minute. It takes a bit to watch, but it is worth the watch. There's a lot of our friends on there, and sharing a lot of good memories, and it will just help you feel a little more connected with the game, with the community, and it's fun. I recommend watching it.
Yeah, I actually did see that. It is a nice little video. It's very sweet. And it's only, I think, a couple of minutes long, like what, 3-ish? So
I thought it was like 5 or something, but yes.
maybe so. It's not very long.
It's not too long. Alright, rolling back around to update 43 for our last news update. I did not put all these in order, guys. Hi. Anyway, update 43, base game patch now live on PC and Mac. Return to the Infinite Archive and receive new visitors with home tours and discover other additions and fixes, all part of the Update 43 base game patch. The Update 43 base game patch is now on PC and Mac with updates introduced, new features, content, and improvements to the Elder Scrolls Online, completely free for all ESO players. Never, would you like to read the new features?
Yeah, give me just a second. Let me get it pulled up there. New features. Those who enjoy delving deep into the Infinite Archive or showing off their latest home builds will appreciate the 2 big new features included in Update 43. Infinite Archive update includes return to the twisting halls of the Infinite Archive, ESO's near-endless PvE arena, and you'll discover 2 new unique areas, new monsters, a host of new visions and verses, and new rewards. These rewards include new collectibles and 7 all-new class sets not found anywhere else in Tamriel. To learn about the additions coming to the Infinite Archive, check out this preview blog, it's linked in the article, which we will link in show notes. So, home tours. Share and showcase your flair for interior design and decoration with home tours, a new feature added to ESO's housing system. With home tours, you can search for homes owned and decorated by another player and filter through labels such as cozy or festive. You can also browse the top player homes in the recommended tab, recommend those homes to others, and favorite them to return to later. List your own home and see what people think of your creation. To learn more about home tours, check out this preview blog. And then we've got additional improvements. Update 43 also introduces a host of quality of life improvements for all ESO players. This includes 6 new skill styles for the Silver Bolts, Roar, Twin Slashes, Momentum, Elemental Storm, and Annulment skills that can have their fragments dropped from base game activities or acquired with archival fortunes from Infinite Archive. In addition, item set curation expands to include monster sets acquired via Undaunted keys from the Undaunted vendors, weekly trial coffers, trial leaderboards coffers, and Imperial City Monster Mask coffers. Finally, this update also adds improvements to mount previews within the Crown Store and both Guild Trader and Guild Bank interfaces. Now remember the last guild you interacted with. For a full list of the changes, new features, and improvements arriving as part of the Update 43 base game patch, check out the patch notes on the official ESO forums. As a base game patch, Update 43 is free for all current ESO players. No additional purchases required. Are you excited to share and showcase your home to the rest of ESO housing community, or perhaps you're eager to conquer the Infinite Archive's new stages and claim its new rewards? Let us know what aspects of Update 43 you're most interested in on the social stuff. So those new areas in the Infinite Archive, if you haven't heard them talk about, it's like an ice area and a fire area, if I recall correctly. So just some new ways to kind of mix up the way you have to approach those fights, because the environment's going to play a bigger role in what's going on in those arenas. So some cool stuff there.
So talking about Endless Archive, when I was in there running the gauntlet the other day, we were in the room where it's the mini, the like secret door where it's into the unknown, the mini oot game with all of the ooze, and you have to click things in the right order. And we got through everything, and we looked up at the sky, and we're in Apocrypha, right? But the sky is blue with clouds.
Well, that's just crazy.
Now, you say you were doing this on PC or PlayStation?
No, on PlayStation.
Okay.
Yeah.
That. Was it a skybox issue, or was it did it look intentional?
It looked intentional.
Interesting.
I
I
took a
don't know.
screenshot of it. I'll share it to our group chat, but it was crazy.
That is crazy. I'm crazy. I'm also
You're-
back, but it
Yep,
was
you're
not
also-
soon.
Well, I say it
Sorry.
timed out about right. We finished up that article, and there you
Would-
were.
What was
You
Gwen done
like-
talking about? Sorry.
Would you like to read our lore book for the evening?
Oh, goodness. Sure. And let's hope that I don't have kid aggro in the middle of it again. Alright, here we go. Well, should I just go right into it now? Are we ready?
No.
No? Okay.
Okay, now I'm.
Okay. The Stricture and the Grasp by Galeria Hexos, a primer for House Hexos members. Welcome to Fargrave, fellow mortal. As you know, House Hexos has maintained a presence in this strange and perilous realm for generations. Through countless setbacks and mistakes, we have learned something about the rules of this place. Your assignment to our Fargrave Emporium is a great opportunity, but it is dangerous as well. The purpose of this pamphlet is to improve your chances of returning to Tamriel, both wealthy and whole. Be warned, Fargrave can be overwhelming at first. Man or mer, everything about this place appears wrong. The sky is a strange color. Creatures that you think of as living embodiments of evil stroll the streets. Laws and customs we take for granted don't exist here, and the horrible dangers to both body and soul await you if you transgress against rules you know nothing about. The Stricture. House Hexos enterprises in Fargrave depend on the existence of the Stricture. This Daedric compact provides the rules and agreements that allow Fargrave to serve as neutral ground for various types of Daedra, and due to provisions within the Stricture, that same neutrality somehow extends to mortals as well. Without the Stricture, any of the Daedra you see walking the streets of the city would be free to enslave, torture, or simply devour you on a whim. Not all of them would do that, of course. Many Daedra are highly intelligent and see the value in maintaining good trade partnerships, but you can't know which ones might seek to harm you just by looking at them. Any Daedra that sets foot within Fargrave agrees to be bound by the Stricture and literally cannot violate it. The compact is binding. Whole districts of Fargrave are designated as neutral, and Daedra within those districts generally cannot harm other creatures without violating the Stricture. I say generally because there are exceptions that may prove lethal to anyone who doesn't maintain vigilance. Creatures who give their consent to be harmed are not protected by the Stricture. Daedra who are attacked or even offended in certain ways are free to defend themselves. And some parts of Fargrave, in some cases specific buildings or rooms, are not protected by the neutrality articles, and there's no way to know when you walk into an unprotected area. Daedra are free to mislead you. For example, a Daedra might neglect to tell you when you're leaving an area protected by the Stricture's neutrality. We do our best to indicate the areas we know to be safe, but every cycle we lose retainers who fail to pay attention to our advice and instructions. Do not guess about where safety begins and ends in Fargrave. Besides the neutrality articles, the Stricture mostly deals with arcane details of how Daedra interact with other Daedra in Fargrave. It's fantastically complex, and so far as we know, it's not written down in its entirety anywhere. After more than 200 years of doing business in Fargrave, we're still discovering new rules that impact our Emporium's operations, and that is where the Grasp comes in. The Grasp. The Grasp are Daedra appointed by the rules of the Stricture to serve as arbiters of disputes and determine which of its arcane rules apply in any given situation. They aren't constables, at least not to other Daedra. When the Stricture applies to a Daedra, then its effects and penalties cannot be avoided. However, we mortals are not bound by the Stricture. That means that the Daedra of the Grasp must fall back on physically enforcing the rules to ensure that mortals keep the peace in Fargrave. Important. Because of their role in upholding the Stricture, Daedra of the Grasp have a lot of leeway to employ force within Fargrave's neutral districts. They can subdue, exile, or kill mortals that threaten the peace, as they interpret it. Do not assume that all Daedra in Fargrave are powerless to harm you. If you offend a Daedra within sight of the Grasp, they can and will intervene. You may find the Grasp difficult to deal with. They know mortals aren't bound by the Stricture, and they naturally suspect you might be involved in things they wouldn't approve of. Expect to be stopped and questioned as you go about your business. And if you come into possession of ill-gotten goods, for divine sake, don't let the grasp catch you with them. Trust me, you do not want to put yourself in the grasp's power. If you have other questions or concerns, please consult with your superior in House Hexos. Also, I have Kid Aggro. Again.
Again.
Right as I finish. Okay,
So it's
bye.
no longer where didn't the Dwemer go, it's where did Gone Crazy backseat. So speaking of where didn't the Dwemer go, would you like to explain that to us, Nebby?
So me and a buddy at work were talking, and I think I actually was explaining your No More Murder Hobos segment, and we were just talking about the show in general, and I think maybe ideas for different things to put on there, and he was like, questions you could ask, and I misunderstood and thought he said where did, but he said where didn't the Dwemer go. So it's just like all of the places that we know they're not. So to start that segment off, recently the thing that I have been doing the most when I've been on has been master writs to try to get crafting stations and things for the guild house. And in the process of doing that, I've been traveling to PTK's guild hall to make use of their crafting stations that have every set in the game included, because that guy's dedicated and has everything. So props to him for that. But in my time spent there, I saw no Dwemer, and then I traveled back to the Snugpod and head down the road to turn in those writs to claim my vouchers. And the road between the Snugpod and the turn in, the drop off point there, I've also seen no Dwemer. So we don't have to look there. We know that in those two places, the Dwemer are not.
All right. Well, thank you for letting us know we do not have to fear the Dwemer in those areas.
All right.
Now, related to our lore book today that we've read, I am just on a Fargrave kick. It is my favorite Daedric Pocket Realm. Daedric Pocket Realm. Is that how we would explain that? It feels accurate. We're going to say Daedric Pocket Realm.
Sounds about right.
Yep. We're Plane of Oblivion, I guess. It's my favorite. So, we're going on that today. Let's talk about what your favorite is in the other worlds that there are. There are many other places in the Elder Scrolls universe besides Nirn. Some we even venture to in ESO. The questions for the week are: has your OC been to any of them? Has your original character that you play, have they been to any of these worlds? Which ones? Why? Some example reasons are thrown through a portal, help stop world-ending events, or a shopping trip for the best produce. Because Fargrave has the best produce. It's just so cool. You gotta love how everything sparkles, and everyone loves glitter. So yeah. And then, what did you think? Was it frightening? Was it unnerving but beautiful? Did you buy a house there? Now, those are our No More Murder Hobo questions for the evening. Think about them. Think of what planes has your character been to? How did they respond to each of them? And do you repeatedly go there, or was it a one-time deal?
I think I've said this before, but one of my favorite, and I'm going to draw a blank on the name of it. Kind of purplish skies, Daedric Plain. I believe you get there from a cave in a base game zone through a portal.
Evan Shadow. You're talking about Crowwood and Nocturnal's realm, aren't you?
It's a public dungeon.
Yep, Crowswood. Grahtwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Evergloam. Is that what it's called?
That. Evergloom. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, Evergloom.
Yeah.
Nocturnal's realm.
Yeah. That place, just the sky looks stinking cool. I'm a sucker for a cool skybox, and I think that's one of my favorites, just because the colors are. I don't know. I would actually like to hang out, next to a waterfall and take a nap. Hopefully not get eaten by any weird things that live in that realm, but just look up at the sky and listen to the water, fall asleep, and hopefully wake back up. So yeah.
Nice.
Very cool. All right. So I guess Crazy is still away with the aggro.
So we have announcements.
Yeah.
On Mondays, we have Mondays with Moki, and that is fishing or Cyrodiil, or fishing for achievements, or antiquity leads, or it could be kind of anything, but normally it ends up being fishing. And then on Tuesdays, we have Treacherous Tuesdays. That is a day where we just kind of get together and group up and do dungeons. Nothing formal, just a day we try to set aside so people know that we're kind of just looking out to try to do a dungeon that day, whether you are looking to get a special item or something from a set, or want to do the dailies, or want to try to push for an achievement. Tuesday is generally the day that we try to get together. And then on Fridays, we have Fearless Friday with Thuria Dragoon, who leads our Undaunted.
Undaunted? Undaunted? We are Undaunted?
We nail that every time. So
I
proud
know
of
it.
us.
It's so great. No one does it better.
Nope. Our Undaunted Friday event. And you can join in on all of these by joining the Lore Seekers Guild on PlayStation NA. And how would they go about doing that, Never?
So if you want to join the guild, you just need to first have Discord installed, and then you can head to loreseekers.club. Is that right? It's not in the notes for some reason, and I'm terrible with remembering loreseekers.club. So I did get it right. Yay, me. Go to loreseekers.club. Have Discord downloaded. There's a link to bring you into the Discord.
You don't need to have Discord downloaded. You can just use it in your browser. Fun facts.
Well, that too. Have access to Discord. You will need a Discord account. Go to apply to guild and then fill out a brief application. That's just kind of it's like a compatibility test more than anything. It's not anything super deep, but it's just sort of tells us a little bit about how you engage with the game, and so we can determine whether or not that's a good fit with us and and for you. Because not everybody's going to mesh well with the type of guild that we're in, and that's okay. You only have 5 guild slots, so we don't, and we only have 500 slots as a guild, so we don't want to take up one of your slots if it's not a good fit. And we want to make sure we have room for people that will enjoy the type of guild that we run. So if you're interested, come hang out, and you can take part in these events. We are on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. I am the only one not also on PC that's part of this podcast. I'm only on PlayStation, but yeah, we are on all of the platforms. There are also EU branches as well. So do the application, and it doesn't take us usually a day or so to get those checked out and get you accepted and get you invited in game. So, if you've had fun hanging out with us on the show, we appreciate you being here. If you're interested in reaching out and contacting us or keeping up with just things that we may send out, like my over tweeting about YouTube help, apparently, you can do that on Twitter at Snugpodcast. You can email us at snugpodcast@gmail.com. Is there anywhere that they can find us if they want to watch or listen, Gwen?
If you are watching us live and and miss a day or would prefer to listen whenever you want, you can find us on your podcatcher of choice or our back videos on YouTube at Snug Podcast. And if you are listening to us and would like to watch us live, you can also watch us live at YouTube at Snug Podcast or on twitch.tv at Snug Podcast.
And there you have it. So we do have, this is something we've talked about a little bit, about trying to get an actual URL to make it easier to find us on YouTube, and that's the thing that I tweeted about, and apparently it's not even relevant anymore, so apologies for that. Anyway, it's just that's all done. So youtube.com/@snugpodcast is the URL, or just search it. You'll find it. It's not like anybody else has a name as awesome as this, so there's that. But again, thank you for hanging out. Do you have anything else for our listeners, viewers, Gwen?
Feel free to email us if you are able to use email about what you believe, what your No More Murder Hobo answers,
yes,
or which Daedric Plane you prefer. Or you can also just add us in your X post and tell us what you think, if Never and I are wrong and Fargrave and the Evergloom are not the best Daedric Planes. And you can tell us why you think fire is actually a good place to fire, and lava and that horribleness is actually not horrible. But good luck trying to convince us.
All right. That felt like we just kind of flew through all of that, but that's okay. Tonight's been sort of a crazy night. We had a little bit of a time crunch and kid aggro, and so we got through it all, and so I guess we're done. Thanks for hanging out with us, and if if you enjoyed it, want to come back next week, usually around 11 Eastern, 10 Central is when we try to record. It might be anywhere between the hour and the half hour marks on those times, but we do this about every week, so come hang out with us. We appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Until next week, take care of yourself, take care of others, be a decent person, and we will see you then.
Bye.
Sleep well, Tamriel.
I was about to do it too. Oh.